Right, token time. So, Florian, we have Decompose set up, or however you want to refer to it. So let's find out how many Runechant tokens we can try to create, right? We'll do it two ways. We'll use the classic constructed legal cards, and then we'll hop over to Living Legend, since I definitely want to throw the good old Bloodsheath Skelter into the mix. But it is our turn, so let's do some setting up. Now, might seem a little bit weird and optimal, but we really want Kosham to hang around and not to lose the card in our arsenal, which is a titanium bauble now, right? It's there for a reason. We're not going to play it. So we do actually want to crack an energy potion so that we gain resources, and then we can put Kosham into play without having to pitch anything. Now, I'm not sure if this picks it up before playing it, right? So through the energy potion, we've gained resources, but just in case, I have a healing potion, so that will satisfy this turn of upkeep for Kosham. And then, nice and simple, just 3 sigils, 1, 2, and 3. And then we just pass, and this is where the Spring Tunic comes into play. So this does count, right, as gaining resources. So because it's an instant proc, we can play it on our opponent's turn, and therefore, again, keep the upkeep cost of Kosham if the opponent, was trying to cause it to destroy itself, right? So Spring Tunic, since it is a bot, and the bot is not going to gain resources, that is not what I want. Oh, I went back too far. I should have used it then, but we'll use it on the resolution step. There we go. Right? Perfect. So we gained a resource, Kosham is satisfied, we can take our 2 damage, and then we can begin. So our sigils trigger, we get 3 cards, and we do get reveal, right? That's why we want Kosham in play. So we are going to go gain resource, and of course continue to just gain resources, since basically the gist of this turn is basically just funnel everything into resources, right? So we'll crack the 3 times snap potions, so that we have enough action points to actually play the cards we want. And then we'll also crack the energy potions that are left, so only 2, but that's fine, technically, right? Because we had Kosham in play, we made up for the energy potion that we spent putting into play. Now, from here, we have Time of Harvest, hence the titanium bubble. So this will be our first little bit of positive draw, again, thanks to Kosham and resource cheating. So then we get Germinate, and this is our big payoff card. So it creates Runechant or Embodiment of Earth tokens, mainly Runechant, and repeat process X more times, in conjunction with Mordred Tide. So what we want to do, do I have attacks? I do have attacks. So this should work out. We go Mordred Tide, right? We play it once. And then from there, we can go Crown of Dichotomy, put it back onto the top of the deck, right? So we will take Mordred Tide, and then we have to take an attack, which is fine, right? They're stacked correctly for Tome of the Arknight, so now we can go 1, and this is another reveal, so we get resources. So basically, they're all free to play, right? And there's another Mordred Tide, followed by, you guessed it, another Mordred Tide, and finally, 1 more Mordred Tide. So we can play 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. So right now we have 4 Mordred Tides, and we have Florian's ability up. So we are generating 4 extra Runechant tokens every time. So for instance, with the Vexing Quill hand, we now generate 7 Runechant tokens, right? 2 plus the extra 5. Yeah. Now, I did mess up slightly, right? Because this is a red pitch ball instead of a blue pitch ball. I don't think I had a blue attack to actually grab. No. Yeah, so I didn't think that far ahead. Oh well. We're 2 resources off, or 1 proc of Germinate. It's close enough, right? It's -6. So just remember, we could have had 6 more Runechant tokens. But nonetheless, right, we have the action points. It's nice and simple. It's just Germinate. And 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, and 3. So that'd be 18, right? So we can pitch 18. Go that, and so yeah, it could have been 20. And I have nothing left over. Perfect. I did it correctly? Yeah, perfect. So actually, it wasn't 2 more procs, it'd be 1 more proc, which is, I think, what I said. Either way, here's our nice stack of Runechant tokens. Once we click through them all. Oh, 67. That's fairly decent. And then, of course, to proc them, right? Just 9th Blade, and then we ping. Sizable amount of damage. And again, probably drain your opponent's hand, right? As long as they have 1 Arcane Barrier, they'd be able to pitch everything away. So it's still a sizable amount of protection. But I am gonna probably say that this is most likely a KO, right? And you can probably do at least 40 damage, if not a little bit more, plus then the attack on itself. Oh, too many passes. All right, so that was the basic, right? 67, could have been 73. Oh well. It's a lot more extreme once we throw Bloodsheath Skelter into the mix. Right, let's see exactly why some of these cards are banned. So it's the same setup as before, but the way we're going to upkeep Kosham is a little bit different. We're actually going to just have to burn the Energy Potions. So again, pop the Energy Potion. That way we don't have to pitch a card from hand. We can go Kosham, and then we can go the 3 Sigils. 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll pop the Healing Potion just like before in case, again, Kosham only registers after it's been played, which would make sense, right? So there we go. Well, no, actually, because the wording is has gained. It doesn't say this turn, it just says has gained. Either way, there we go. So on board, then we have Amulet of Ignition, 8 silver. Probably see where we're going with this, right? It's not just Bloodsheath Skelter. We're going to chuck into the combo 3 Sigils, 2 more Energy Potions, and the Time Snap Potion, and then the Titanium Bubble, which will be our Tome of Earth card. Alright, so task hits, and then on the resolution, we need to have gained either life, energy, resources, attack, or defense. So nice and simple. We're just going to crack one of the energy potions, lose the resources, but again, we make up for it because we get the reveals from the Sigil of the Arknights. Right, so we can pass. Comes our turn, sigils pop, and we get to choose something, right? So gain resources, and then gain resources. So we start off with a nice set of 3 and 3 extra cards in hand. And then, of course, we have time. This is where we can go Amulet of Ignition. It will discount our Mage Master Boots, right? So we don't have to pitch for them. And then we can go Tome of Ferendale, give it a go again, get 2 more cards in hand, and there we go. Cash in, which will definitely pop. So cash in, pay the 2 silver, and then cash in, pay the 2 silver. And then you probably guessed it, 1 more cash in, pay the 2 silver. Yeah, hand stacking. Boy, do I miss it. Right, but then what can we do? Well, we can do the picker cards and use this to now gain 4 more resources. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we actually want 2 silver from that, which I've just gained, right? Again, in setup. But if you could land 2 silver, then we could draw 2 more cards, basically, off of the resources generated. They generate 4 apiece. So technically between the 3, you end up with 12, meaning if you were to get 4 silver in total, it's 1 extra card overall. Still, extra card is extra card. All right, gain more resources. Doesn't matter what we pick. God, we're unlucky. 2, 3, and 4. Then 1 more. 1. Oh, we did gain 1. Out of the 3 picker cards, we gained 1 silver. Fantastic. But we're at 14 resources, which is quite nice. From there, we can crack the silver. So we'll crack 2 of them. That's how many I planned for. And then from there, we can go Tome of Harvest. Right, finally get rid of the Titanium Bubble, get 3 more cards in hand, and then just like before we go Mordred Tide, and then we crack our Crown of Dichotomy. Nope, because I always forget to use the Time Snap Potions, which actually we should use the Energy Potion too at this point. You know what, we'll save the Energy Potion in case I forget to count properly. Right, so then we can Crown, and I did change the Tillings to blue this time, thank God. Where's our Mordred Tide? There it is. And yeah, blue. So we'll get the full resources out of it now. And then we can go Tome of the Arknights, pass, reveal, gain a resource. Tome of the Arknights, pass, reveal, gain a resource, and 1 more time. Alright, so how good are you at quick math? How many Runechant tokens are we going to generate, right? So once again, we have the 4 Mordred Tides, right? And then we also have the Decompose, so Florian's ability. So we're generating 5 extra tokens every single time. Right, so starting off, we will go Arcane Seeds, both, right? And this already nets us 12 Runechant tokens apiece. Yeah, 12 Runechant tokens, plus another 12. Plus then we also have the Vexing Quill hand, all before we've started the Germinates as well. So we'll already be 30 plus Runechant tokens going into the Bloodsheath Skelter. Sorry, 40 plus Runechant tokens going into Bloodsheath Skelter. Right, so from there we have 4 resources. So it'll be 4... 10, 13, 16, 22. All right, Germinates for 22. Pitch, 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 and yes, I did the math correctly. Perfect. All right, so this is already going to be a huge mass. All right, so we're at 115 Runechant tokens, right? So, God, 40 was the max you could click, unfortunately, I believe, right? So we Bloodsheath Skelter. This then decreases the cost of our next Runeblade, no attack action, right? So if we click 40, it should be free. Yeah. But technically, we could have done all the way up to 55, 56, 57. We could have had 57, which would be 56, 25. We could have done 28 instead of 20 Runechant token procs, which then is 5 apiece. So add a 0, halve it, 140 extra Runechant tokens. So it was 115, so it would be 255 Runechants. That's... Did I do math right? Because it seems like we're going to get to that. No. I think 255 is correct, right? We'll be slightly under it. Any Daniel? No? Yes, there we go. 241. But this one we saved the energy potion. So then we can do energy potion. And of course do our Rosetta Reaper. Ah. Thought that might be the case. Alright, so just like Zen, we found out 241 is the Runechant cap. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.